Let's talk a little bit more about that Coyotes game last night. We almost saw an Auston Matthews Michigan goal, but we talked a lot about the trophy races last week. We did the Hart, Norris, Calder, and Vezina, but one that we didn't really spend a lot of time focusing on was the Rocket Richard race. Auston Matthews keeps his streak rolling. He is now second in the league in goals, only two back of Leon Draisaitl, and he's really closed the gap here in the last 6 weeks. My money, Mike, is on Auston Matthews winning the Rocket this year. He obviously has played a few less games, but look at the tear that he's been on since December 1st, 14 goals in 12 games. And what's more surprising looking at this trend is that Alex Ovechkin only has 5 goals in the last 14 games. He's 53rd in the league in goal scoring since December 1st. So Ovi's been a little quiet, and Matthews has been on a tear. Who would you be putting money on at the moment to win the Rocket?
I think it's Matthews as well. And I thought that even as far back as a month or so, or a month and a half ago when we looked at this the last time. And, you looked at his pace at the beginning of the year and the pucks just weren't going in the net. He was still getting chances. The advanced metrics that we had seen said, hey, Auston Matthews is really going to start to put some pucks in. And, you're seeing it now. He's got 17 goals in his last 15 games and they've come in bunches. And what I find interesting about it, though, is the last 3 games he's played without Mitch Marner. Marner hasn't been in the lineup. And it hasn't affected Matthews at all. He can do this on his own. He's got 4 goals in those 3 games, and they've all been 5-on-5. And when you watch him play, that's where I see the biggest asset to his game is that he's so big and rangy, but still so explosively quick that he can do it in different ways, Frank. Like you can give it to Matthews on the power play. He can one time at home, but he can also take it through the neutral zone, set up shop in zone and drive the net and score. There's a lot of different ways. And I think it's built for the future. Toronto's good. I don't see them falling off at all. So I would think money is on Matthews. I do think it's really interesting to see Alex DeBrincat at that high up on the list, but with a poor team like Chicago, I would not expect him to be able to give Matthews a run for his money.
Yeah, I was just going to say, actually, it's surprising that people haven't really talked as much about DeBrincat this year and the season that he's having. And it's kind of amazing that we're in January. You've got the Hawks and the Habs squaring off tonight. And, you look at these teams, Montreal coming off a run to the Stanley Cup final, all the expectations that Chicago went into the season with. And really, the game doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot tonight for either team, given where they stand in the standings.